Right then, this is the first day and the first challenge. What's going to happen is this has to move to my front garden so I can get it sold, because I can't leave it here and build. A, because it's in the way, and B, planning permission says I have to get rid of that before I can build that. Now, in my mind of minds, I thought I would just come along, stick my trolley jack under, pop it up, get some under the legs, and so on, and work my way around till I could get a jack under it and pump it up a bit higher. But tried it this morning. It's like it was glued to the floor. Basically, I built it on a frame, and there's adjustable legs on it. So what I need to do is jack it up enough to get a jack under it, so that I can then. I'm going to probably quadruple them up. Got some wheels to go on them. Get it up, sit it on 4 of them, so that I can manoeuvre it around in such a way that I can get it sideways on, get it into next door's garden, assuming he's going to let me, which I don't think he will have a problem with. Get into his garden, get it down the drive, and then one of them haib blocks is going to come, picks containers up, and he's going to lift it, put it on the back of his wagon, nudge forward and drop it in my front garden, or just lift it, get it up, twist it around, bump, and drop it down. That is the plan. How it's going to work, I don't know. So you're just going to stick with this. Can I move it? Who knows? My van is off the road at the moment, so I've had to go out and pick stuff up. A little trip to B&Q this morning and got them to cut that. So that's saved me loads of time and effort. I've got my 400 squares, you can see there. He's cut them for free for me. My sheet was 40 quid, and I bought these hole saw and drill bit. I've got a discount on them from the trade as well. I wouldn't normally go for this brand. It's not that good, to be honest with you, but it's a one-hit application. I'm literally going to drill a few holes and that'll do me for that. So I'm hoping that'll be enough. If I can't get my adjustable foot through that, then it's staying in the box and it'll be going back as well. For those of you that don't know, B&Q have got a cutting service basically, so you get a bit of sheet material. And they'll cut it for you. They'll offer you your first 5 cuts there for free, and if you trade, it's first 15. I don't know if he's done the maths on this one, but they were free anyway. Obviously, van's off at road at the moment, so I'm having to go pick stuff up in the pickup, which is not ideal, but when they've got a service like that, you need to take advantage of it, don't you? So it's off the screw fix now. I'm going to get a couple of these low-profile trolley jacks. They aren't quite low enough for what I want, but I'm feasibly going to just cut the wheels off them just to slide it under a little bit if I can. That is the plan. So screw fixes, and then we'll get back home and we'll have a look at making these dollies before we lift it. So that's them cutting that. I've got these low profile jacks. These are the smallest jacks I could find. Now, they're still too big to go under the unit. So what I'm thinking of doing, maybe, possibly, is cut the wheels off it, just to drop it down a few more mil. But we'll see what happens. So first things first, I guess, is to get these trolley jacks out and have a look at them and see what I'm actually dealing with. I know the lowest point to get under my under the pod is 55 mil. Which obviously, I think these go down to 80, 83 I think it was on the packet. Let's have a look. 85 mil, that's the minimum they go down to. So, let's have a look. Right, so, what can I gain out of this? I'm thinking, if I modify these, definitely take the wheels off anyway, they're coming off. Get the wheels off, that'll drop a few more mil, but I'm thinking how much is the actual body there, because that's all I need realistically. So I'll get my tape in there and measure that. No, can't. Right. It's looking like 70 mil, so I'm only actually gaining 15 mil, which isn't a lot, but might be enough. Right, so having took the jack apart, failed to realise that the main concept of this type of jack is that part has to be attached to the body for it to jack upwards. So that'll have to get reassembled. So what I was thinking then was, because I can't get the jack under, what I'm needing is a piece of metal like that. So I can put my jack under there, that's the floor, put my jack under there, and jack up the frame. Yeah, I'm having to think about that. And then I remembered that I did a job very recently and there was an offcut steel. It just so happens to be the right size. So what I've done is the steel is like that. It's got a 300mm plate welded to the bottom bit, so I've cut all that section out there. So I can get my jack in and under, and then I'm kind of thinking that this is gonna cantilever, so we'll get that in there. I think it's going to cantilever over, so what I'm going to do is put that in there, maybe 2, just to stop the jack and the steel compressing against the cedar. So obviously we're trying to avoid damaging that. Yeah, so that's it. Get it in as tight as I can. Hopefully we'll get some movement now. Like I say, destroyed that jack, but it's a learning curve, innit? It'll get fixed. Right, I'm hoping now this is going to jack up. If it does, okay, so that's just skidding out. So what we need to do is somehow stop the steel and the jack from moving back, which I'm not sure how we're going to do. Maybe a foot on it. Let's have a look. Once I get the movement, we'll be off, I think. Okay, so still doing it. So what we need to do now is somehow prevent that steel from coming back. And I'm thinking the best way will that be will be to fix something to the floor there until it starts to rise up. Right, so what I'm thinking is that the problem is the steel moving rather than the jack, because if the jack was under a car located properly, it wouldn't move, would it? So what we're going to do, we're going to fix this off-cut steel down. Right, now I've got these little torque fixings. I'm going to explain them later because I've got a TV tank, which you might think, what's that got to do with this? But all will become clear in a bit. That's still red hot, which surprised me. Right, so that's that. Put that back on there. Probably get some gloves when we start this in earnest. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop a screw under it just to create a bit of a fall on it, because I want it to tilt into steel rather than away from it. Right, on the first instance, I'm only wanting a little bit of manoeuvre just to know it's going to work, because I need to make my dollies to put my Sky News. Will Liam manage to lift it? Right, so we're not moving that now. Tilting a bit there because of obviously that steel. It'll level up now, which it has. Alright, let's have a look. Ooh, can hear movement. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop that there, because what I want to do is get a piece of ply under each of them, release the pressure off that, slowly. Right, so I'm happy with that. So what I'm dubious about doing is actually lifting it too high on one side, because I think then it's going to cause a lot of strain on it, which I don't want. Realistically, I wanted to lift it in one hit. Until boots are on the ground, you don't actually know how it's going to go, so it's a bit suck it and see, really. See, although I had this up for raffle, yeah, and the guy took cash instead, which, to be fair, 20 grand cash I'd have took. But the plan always was to get a crane. Obviously, by getting a crane, I would have then lifted it straight over the house, and the cost of the crane would have obviously been accounted for. Right, I'm a few mil shy of getting that one up. I think this one's alright though. The temptation to put your fingers under. Oof. It's quite strong, right? Just want to go up a little nudge more. Get that one under. Sorry if you can see my ass. Get that one under. Right. The goal was to get it up sufficiently so I can get the jack under, because what I'll have to do then is reassemble that other jack, assuming I can. I'll go and buy another one. And then we're going to think about jacking it up at the same time, both sides, because I need 2 jacks for that then, without it falling forward or backwards, and getting the dolly wheels under it. But, so there we go. Now that's going to want to kick off that any second now. So what I'm going to do is try and get this under here. Like I said, I ain't sticking my hands under there, because if it does drop, the fingerless. Right, so I've got 3 good packers under there now. What I want to do now is lift this steel up so I can get the jack under further. So it's actually sat. Just looking at that now, thinking I can get a couple more under there. What I'm in about, so I can get the jack sat under the plate rather than it on the edge like that, and then it'll lift it more. So this really is going to be, a long old journey, isn't it? Hoping to lose 2 stone at least. Another thing to think about is when this is actually lifted, will it be face heavy? You know what I mean by that? Will it want to flip forward because of the weight it does? That's going to go in there with just a little squeeze more, but I'm afraid I'm going to flip off that. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Get rid of one of them, put that under. Get rid of that one and put that one under. Right. What I'm going to do now is drop that down and hopefully I can get my jack under there, which I can, but it's now floating, so this is going to be interesting. You can see there, look, the wheels are actually floating. Now, I don't really want to put my hand under there, but it could do with something to brace, to support them front wheels, stop them digging down, so otherwise it's just going to jack down before it jacks up. So what we'll do is drag that out. That's on them stones, I'm quite confident of that. Scared the life out of me there. That under there like that. Right, now, there we go. We are fully under. So what I've got over there is 3 bits of ply, which I'm just going to hold that jack there, because what I want to do now is get an identical 3 bits of ply under here, and then I'm going to go around and keep jacking it up. Right, let's try and get 3 of them under each one. Oh, what happened then? Okay, right, so that composite boarding or whatever the hell it was, that's actually just cracked. So what we'll do now is get rid of that, and we're going to use a bit of this, I think we'll go for a bit of this. Like I said, I don't really want to be putting my hand under there. Although, I do know the guy who built it. I'm quite confident in his ability. But I don't want to lose a finger. Not on YouTube anyway. Right, now you're under. Right, okay, we're going. Right, let's get 3 bits of these under each corner. Obviously, I'm a lot more confident with the ply under it, and that's solid, and that crappy composite stuff, whatever it is. Yeah, right, that's under there nice. I'll get these ones, and I'm going to go around and swap the other ones as well, because having watched that just break, I'm not overly confident. So you can hear me panting. Okay, so we've got 3 under there, 3 under there. So that tells me that it must be level when I drop it down, because it was level before. Right, what we're going to do now is get another 3 on that side of thing. I think that's what we'll go for. Right, so I've had a little change of plan. What I was going to do was leave it like that until I've got some more timber to keep jacking it up slowly. But what I've decided I'm going to do, right or wrong, we shall see, I'm going to jack it up now and get the wheels under, because I was going to put them under the corner, but looking at it now, there isn't a massive amount to gain by putting it in the corner, so I'm actually going to put it under the side. What I don't want to do is lift it up too much like that and there'll be a problem. Yeah, because when I hear them windows pop, that's when I'll start beefing. Right, I'll lower that down at that. Okay, that's not bad. Right, we'll go down to the side, do exactly the same. Back in a sec. Right, so we've got, it's level, equally level. Hopefully now we should get enough under it to lift it onto the wheels. And as it happens, my mate's on his way around, although he won't want to be on camera, I know that much. It might help me just manoeuvre it a little bit. Let's see if we can jack this baby up. Ooh, bit of creaking then. I'm not a fan of that composite, that's for sure. Right, what I'm going to do now, before I forget, is put the brakes on these wheels. Because I don't want it to start bloody moving. Ah, you twat. Right. They're obviously foot operated. What I've done, you'll see in a minute now, put that diagonally so that I've got two wheels under the framework, which I'll show you before we go. Are you going in? Of course you are. Up you come. Probably won't be able to get this one quite as diagonally. What I might do is just rely on two wheels there. Right, let's lower that down. I can hear creaking. I can hear creaking. Why can't I hear creaking? It's just a bit of compression in, plywood, to be fair. Let's do the same on the other side. What I'm going to do, for fear of that shooting off, I'm just going to stick that under there and get this front one under. Which, to be fair, go a bit more. Ooh, just go up a little bit more, come on. So there we have it. Stage one. Done, I think. Quite happy with that. Whether or not it's going to move, that's another question. But it's on them, it's on low 4. Kind of wish I'd have made 6 now, but I suppose that is what it is. In theory now, should be able to just push it and move around. Or do people push it? Right, so all in all, I'm pretty happy with that. But it could all go drastically wrong, and dramatically wrong. When I push it, if the wheels go like that, and it falls off. So let's see if I can move it. Yeah, it's not easy, don't get me wrong, but it's moving. I suppose when the wheels are sideways, that's where there's going to be a problem, but just the wheels are cock on side like that, but let's see if we can keep pushing it this way. Some would say it's probably beneficial to clear your area before you start, but it's going, isn't it? Just that wheel there. Or is it that? Might be that. Right, so what it might be is a few men pushing it, I think, or a few women or whatever, a few bodies on it. I think that's what we need, just to get it to twist around. Right, let's leave it there. You can see what I did then. So this bit of steel there was holding up that wall that I put in on one of my previous jobs, if you've not seen it, and there was a 300 plate welded to the bottom of there. So what I did, I cut a section out of it. Cut a section out of it so I could get the jack under, so I could start jacking it up. And what would have it, the piece that came out was my piece that saved the day. So what I did, I fixed that to the floor, and when it jacked up it kept tight under there. So it's just sat there now waiting for me to decide what's going to happen next with it. Let's move that mic, because I'm just laid on it. Right, so you can see under there the framework. Basically, what I've made it out of is 4x4 aluminium square box section, fixed together with some corner plates, and I've got these wind up wheels on it that I've also had tacked up to there as well. So when you build it, you build your base first, and then you go for there. But there, yeah, it's up and it's moving now. I mean, like I said, the original plan was to get it craned out, but I'm trying to save a bit of money. Right, so every so often I'm going to try and give you a tip, yeah. I'm putting up a TV bracket for this TV. I'm using these, they're called frame fixings, or concrete fixings. There's different brands out there, but literally all you do is drill a 6mm hole with a masonry bit, turn your over on first. Right, so the reason I drilled that twice, I've drilled right into the mortar line there, so I've drilled it at an angle, so I've gone into the brick. And then you just drive it in like that, and it's absolutely rock solid. So there, masonry fixings. That's today's then out of the way. I've succeeded, I suppose, in what I wanted to do. I've jacked it up, I've got it on its wheels. I just need to move it now. And what I'm thinking is I might, when I'm ready to move it where I want it to move it, for the haib to come and get it, then I might get one of them, you know, them pallet trucks, the motorised ones, just so I can manoeuvre it a bit better. You off? What time are you back? That's very short. What time are you back?
I don't know, we were planning on going for tea for like 6,
right.
So by the time I get bus back, I'm going to say 8 latest.
Shouldn't
be later than that.
Catch you later. Right, so I'm going to get a pallet truck, I think, just to manoeuvre it a little bit better. Like I said, my next door neighbour's drive is about 10 inches higher than mine. So one thing I might do, because I'm looking at it now, I'm almost 10 inches high, 8 inches high now on my little ramps. So I might actually get 2 more, slide it across and make some little lower ramps so that I can just manoeuvre it onto his and maybe get half on his, half on mine, and then come down the drive. And I need to be around 20 metres, I think. I think that's the spec on it. So that's it, that's the first one. Please hit the subscribe button, because if you don't subscribe, then I won't be able to move forward with this. The subscribe button is down there, so if you press that, you'll be able to subscribe, you'll be able to see. It's going to be a long journey, but I'm hoping to get there at the end. I'm hoping to lose 2 stone in weight as well, and I'm hoping to build this annex solo and give you as much information as possible. Now, I've set up a PayPal thing, so if you want to contribute, if you want to help the channel keep going, then any contributions will be greatly received. So the link is in the description at the bottom. And first of all, before we go any further than this, every time I drop a video, I'm going to thank people that have already given some money as well. So I'd like to thank Nicholas Dimitrides, I can never pronounce your name, mate, I'm really sorry. So I'd like to thank Nicholas, Phil Davis and Gareth Hughes as well, who have already contributed. So thanks for that. Like I say, hit the subscribe. Hit the donation button as well if you want to donate and help this channel move forward. Okay, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.